Hello and welcome to my new series, The Creepypasta Review Show, the first and only show on the internet to review creepypastas. Today we're going to be taking a look at the strangest security tape I've ever seen. So, this is the story of a guy who goes unnamed during the story, we'll call him the employee, and his co-worker Jeremy. They work at a small petrol or gas station in Pennsylvania. After a few weeks of Jeremy's employment, oil starts to go missing, right after his shift, so naturally the employee and his boss suspect him. After watching surveillance footage from the security camera, it seems as though no one is there, until the employee watches. The employee is tasked with taking the footage home and watching it by himself to see if he comes up with anything different. He plays it on his own VCR. Who the fuck owns a VCR as well? Like, there's a shit stank. So, what happens next is fucked up black shit. The story is basically that Jeremy causes a time loop for him and those around him. Everything just seems to repeat for hours upon hours upon hours. Except for Jeremy. When the employee is... Oh, you son of a cunt. When the employee is tasked with watching the security tapes, there seems to be a bit of a plot hole in the story. What happens is Jeremy's face, just his face, pops up on screen. Just bam! 1 minute it's not there, 1 minute it's gone, it doesn't move up into frame, it's just there. And then the next it's gone. But here's the problem. Jeremy should have seen the time loop. That's what happens there, by the way, I assume. Jeremy should have seen the time loop happen as he's seen it earlier on. I probably should have mentioned that, but he did. He's seen it as people came and went and came and went and did the exact same thing over and over again. So, the face is creepy as shit, as it's described. It reminds me kind of Jeff the Killer. And it's just there 1 second, gone the next. Same as the oil. But as Jeremy watches from the other camera, there's nothing there other than his face. Sorry? There's nothing there. Just the oil's gone. Okay, so more plot hole time. The employee mentions that Jeremy didn't have the security code to get in, so there's no reason for his face to pop up. But earlier on in the story it did mention that Jeremy locked up, which means he has to have known the security code, otherwise he'd just be locking a door and leaving. No security alarms would be tripped, and unless he did it on purpose. Fucking doubt it. So, see the plot hole? So, grammatically this pasta is fairly sound, not too many errors, more than I can say for the original draft of this review. 7 times as well. Other than the intended ones, let's talk about those. During part of the story, the employee is updating via his phone. He's also very nervous about confronting Jeremy, so obviously he's not going to be focused on whether he spelled words correctly or diction or any of that. This is a massive plus in my books. It shows the author knows exactly what he's doing and how to create suspense, horror, all that sort of jazz. Okay, so next point. This is not a very creepy pasta. Yeah, see what I did there? Anyway, in comparison to the other pastas I was going to review, the gristers, or, well, I could have reviewed anything. This is not very scary, it's not even very believable. It's more believable than some cough, the haunted DSI. I'm not saying that's bad, okay? I'm not saying it's bad that it's not scary. It's a nice break from Jeff the Killer, your Slendy, your Smile Dogs. It's just, it should have been scarier. It's a creepy pasta. It's actually pasta of the month, so it really should have been scary. So, finally the ending. The ending of this pasta is pretty damn good. It's very well executed, it's very well thought through. It could have been done a little better, but it's pretty good all in all. There's no major flaws, nothing too bad, but it's a bit too smooth. The transition doesn't make sense. Okay, I'm going to explain the ending for a bit. Basically, the FBI come to the gas station in Pennsylvania. They basically explain that this is not a singular case. There have been other cases, that was probably out of frame. There's other cases of this time loop thing in other states or whatever. But then it goes on to say that, oh, I have to get to work now. My boss wants me to pick up these tapes. This new creepy guy, Jeremy, started work here a little while ago. Some motor oil's been going missing. So basically, it's going back to the start of the story, and it's been done all again. It's going on in an infinite time loop. He always does this. That actually makes it kind of scarier for me. It makes it better. Yeah. Ratings time! Bam! So I'm rating it on 3 things: premise, execution, and creepiness. Okay, so first of all, the premise. It gets an 8 out of 10. It's great. A little bit nonsensical because the whole area should have been affected and not just the gas station. The gas station. It just, you know, it just doesn't work the way it should. There's not much I can. Oh, son of a bitch. Execution gets 10 out of 10. Perfect 10. There's not much I can say about this, but the way it's executed compared to the premise of the story, it's just perfect. I'm speechless. I feel like I'm giving an Emmy Award. I feel like I actually wrote this story.
Don't cry, Daniel.
You weren't supposed to fucking speak.
Sorry.
It's my cameraman. Okay, so creepiness, I'm giving it 6 out of 10. That's as much as I can say. It's not scary, it's not meant to be. Again, there were many opportunities for it to be, most of which were sorely missed. It did have its creeps with the mental image of Jeremy in the CCTV camera I got. Although, when I put more thought into it, I realised the employee and his boss, essentially his entire town actually, are caught in this infinite time loop of Jeremy starting and leaving and burning down the house. I'll give a link to the pasta here. You can read it if you want. They're basically going to have to do this over and over again for the rest of their lives, if not eternity. I don't know how long this happens. So overall quality, I gave it 24 out of 30. It's basically just the sum of the other scores out of the sum of what they're out of. Yeah. So, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like too. That's all down below. Also, if you thought I was wrong or have anything else to say on the video or the series in general, let me know in the comments below. Thank you, and I will see you next time.